The world of college football has been buzzing with action between Heisman winners and the upcoming playoff. Here to break it down with me are Mike Palumbo and Peter Nicolino. We've got Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama made it into the college football playoffs. We know who's here, but we also know who isn't. Do you guys think that the committee picked the 4 best teams to represent them in the playoffs?
Absolutely. When you look at it in Florida State snub, that's been the big story. I think we need to cut the chatter with that. Alabama, an SEC team, is going to make it in over a average ACC team all the time. Florida State does not have the strength of schedule, only played 2 compared to Alabama's 5. And when you look at it, Alabama making it in over Georgia, when you lose in the last game of the season, obviously you're going to get the axe. And for Florida State, unfortunately, it just didn't go their way.
Jake, you really need to look at this like here. There are 5 major conferences and 4 teams. If 5 teams went undefeated, only 4 making it, somebody has to be left out. And looking at it like this, appearance matters, style matters, and unfortunately, marketability matters. If you can sell airtime, if you can sell tickets, if you can get more people engaged and make more money for the college football playoffs, they're going to take consideration into that, and that plays a big factor. Unfortunately, that took a big decision in making this whole entire 4-team playoff bracket.
Well, it was a big decision. And on Saturday, another big decision was QB Jaden Daniels from LSU won the Heisman Award. Did the committee make the right decision there, boys?
In terms of statistics, absolutely, the committee made the right choice. When you look at Jaden Daniel, he was an absolute human highlight reel this year, leading in passing efficiency, leading with touchdowns and third and pass yards, and led QBs and rushing yards. So clearly the #1 choice.
50 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions, absolutely outstanding. In the 3 losses LSU had against Ole Miss, Alabama, and FSU, he had 9 total touchdowns and averaged 413 yards. In your losses, you're averaging over 400 yards. Absolutely outstanding, absolutely deserving of this Heisman Trophy.
Well, he was a great quarterback. Another great quarterback, FSU, Jordan Travis, took to social media and apologized for not breaking his legs sooner. See the tweet there. Lots of questions about how they could have made this top 4. What do you think FSU could have done differently for the committee to put them in the playoffs?
Besides losing their quarterback, strength of schedule, honestly. You look at their schedule right there, they have two cupcake games, and you honestly think with the ACC is not as strong as it used to be. 20 years ago, Miami, not as great as it used to be, hasn't even sniffed top 10 in such a long time. And also Clemson falling off with Dabo Swinney. They haven't been relevant in the past few seasons as well. And then when you look at it, the 2 teams that they did schedule for those cupcake games, maybe you think they could have scheduled another ranked opponent or just someone more challenging, because you tell me the top 2 teams in the ACC are Louisville and Florida State. Obviously, that SEC team is going to nudge them over. And the second thing they could have done, hoped and prayed that Georgia won, which obviously didn't go their way.
Well said, Michael. But in going back to it, what could they have done differently? Not had their star quarterback go down with a season-ending leg injury, have more money to play players at the beginning of the season, be named Alabama. That helps a lot. But going back to it, marketability matters, and they're just not a marketable team at this time.
Well, FSU is not going to the Rose Bowl, but Michigan and Alabama are. It'll be an intense matchup. Videos were posted to social media of Michigan reacting to finding out they'd be playing Bama. Is Michigan scared? Guys, should they be scared? Michigan has lost 6 straight bowl games, while Alabama has won 6 straight consecutive college semifinal games. How does that culture play an impact on the Rose Bowl?
Michigan 100% should be scared. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You said it before, 6 straight bowl game losses, and Jim Harbaugh over with Michigan 1-6. And you even look at his success in the NFL. He always struggles in the big moment. He couldn't get it done against his brother in the Super Bowl. He couldn't get it done against Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer ran the field with him when he was at Ohio State. He couldn't get it done against Jimbo Fisher in the Orange Bowl. And now Jimbo axed at Texas A&M. And last year, TCU had a field day. So obviously, when you look at it, time and time again, Jim Harbaugh has proven to be good, not great. And now you're telling me Coach Saban, 7-time national championship, arguably the greatest coach in college football history, has a month to prepare against this team. Of course, they expected to play Florida State. They didn't, and they are panicking.
Jake, anytime you go up against a coach that has 7 national championships, one as recent as 2020, you have to have some sort of a fear. But I want to go back to that video that we had just showed of the Michigan team players reacting to playing against Alabama. And I have to say, was that not a proper reaction? I mean, what are they supposed to be doing? If they had played FSU, if that's who they had ended up playing, what are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to badmouth their opponent? Are they supposed to talk trash about them? No. They're respectful, and they understand that this is the opponent they have, and luckily they have a history with them, and they're going to go up, and I think they're going to go out and conquer Alabama.
Well, the primetime game is Washington taking on Texas. This is going to feature 2 aggressive, offensive-minded head coaches who did a great job in their conference championships. Boys, who is the more well-rounded team that will come out on top with a victory in the Sugar Bowl?
Give me Texas over Washington. Love Steve Sarkisian at Texas. Great offensive mind. And then you got Quinn Ewers being the field general. He solidified himself as the next great Texas quarterback there. And then on the defensive side, you have Tavondre Sweat, Outland Trophy winner, and he's going to be their secret weapon on defense. And that's who I like in this game. Give me Horns.
I'm going to take the opposite there, Michael. I think Michael Penix will be an X factor in this game. I think he's going to go for 3 touchdowns, over 300 yards. And guess what? We saw that last time. They faced each other in 2022. And what happened? It was a 27-20 victory in favor of the Huskies. I think we're going to see that again.
Well, guys, the question on everyone's minds, rapid fire, who do y'all expect to win the national championship?
Give me Alabama over Michigan. Beat 5-0 against ranked college football playoff opponents, and then give me the Horns over Washington, but then Horns down Alabama in the Natty.
Ooh. Well, just said Michael Penix. He's going to be leading them to the national championship game, but I've got 7 words for you, Jake.
What are they?
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Michigan all the way. I see blue going all the way, and J.J. McCarthy lifting up that national championship.
Well, I appreciate the picks, boys. We'll have to head over to the sports books. Well, that'll do it for college football talk. We head over to the